Well, the bulls will like that. But Prakash Diwan joins us to talk about a lot of stocks and a lot of results that came over the weekend. Morning, Prakash. Thanks so much for joining in. Prakash, I want to discuss about a lot of stocks. But first up, let's talk about Dr. Reddy's. Let's play out, what the management had to say post their numbers. Remember, they clocked the highest ever sales, profit and EBITDA. We caught up with the CEO, Reddy Israeli, to discuss the past quarter's performance and outlook from here on.
The product meaningfully contributed to this growth. At the same time, we have other good products as well in the US. So we cannot share, as it's part of a volume limited settlement that we had with the innovator, we cannot share exact numbers, but we believe that this product, as well as the other product, will continue to contribute meaningfully also in the next coming quarter. I cannot share numbers, but it is a very good launch for us, and it's going to continue to be like that as well, as you said, in the next coming quarters. What we are saying all along, we believe that what we want to contribute long term is double-digit growth, 25% EBITDA, 25% ROC, no debt, and amazing upside. This continues to be the same, and from time to time, you see, this quarter, naturally, the parameters were even above that. This is allowing us to invest more in R&D, more in the future, and when we will be with the better EBITDA, it will enable us to invest more into the future. So I will say that this quarter is very consistent with the quarters that came before, and with the timing of products. Sometimes we have more and sometimes we have less. But overall, we are very comfortable with the 25 that we are discussing for the last several years.
Okay, well, Prakash, just to continue with Nigel's question. Okay, first, good morning to you. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. You heard what Mr. Israeli had to say. Very confident of a 25% EBITDA growth and intending to invest that in the future. Is DRL got more legs to run?
Good morning, Lata. So I think it's very clear that finally that turnaround is happening in this big name. We've seen how it's kind of struggled. It's been flattish in most parameters all the way. But now Revlimid is something that's likely to kind of get them that confidence and that strength. And it will only organically keep on growing from here. So that 25% number is definitely very heartening to hear this. And my sense is, the stock will still give you an opportunity to buy into it for the simple reason a lot of people might still feel that the FCF, the free cash flows might still be under stress because they keep on investing all the incremental revenues from these new launches into the business. So the R&D spends are still significantly higher given the growth trajectory that they are in, and that's what's keeping a lid on the stock. But I think at 4,400 plus whereabouts, it's definitely something which you could bet for a turnaround for the next 2 years, and it will probably grow much faster than what you've not seen happen in the last 2 years. So yes, definitely a turning point, and the management after a long while has come back with this 25% metric so confidently.
Okay. Well, in that case, that's confident. What about Maruti? I mean, the stock has been really running up. It's a fairly decent performer over the year as well. Do you think, therefore, it's the extremely good performance is in the price or can still run?
So, Lata, Maruti is something which has consolidated. I'm talking about the price first, and then I'll talk about the business a bit. The stock has beautifully consolidated below this 9,000 mark, and without any negativity around it. It kind of kept on gradually growing from there to this 9,000 plus zones before the numbers. And, the other day we were talking, Sonia and I were talking about these numbers being so positive for the simple reason that realizations, cost pressures, all of that is favorable for them. They managed to mitigate the increase in raw material prices. Of course, it's helped that commodity prices have softened this quarter. The price hikes have been very slow, very gradual, but that's also kind of paid off. And what's working for them essentially is higher end, cars getting sold. And the moment you start selling 16 lakh, 18 lakh plus kind of cars, your margins definitely are much healthier. So the realization from the product mix is what's helping. And I think it's just the start of a great trend where they'll probably start getting into the SUV market in a much more significant way, and all the further investment incrementally will be in that zone. So whether it's product launches, whether it's variants launching, so all that will definitely work very well for them. So I think it's the start of a fairly secular trend, and then you can of course have some headwinds from the supply shortage on the chips getting waved off or getting cleared. So all of it looks like Maruti is probably going to make some new highs in the months to come.
As you were talking, there are a lot of brokerage views going in, and most of them are sitting at 12,000 in terms of a price target.
Yeah.
Good enough, or too good to be true?
No, so as I said, it's conditional. I wouldn't be too optimistic till I see the supply side constraint getting removed. When you have a 4 lakh plus demand bookings for cars, but then if you can't supply that, it's just a number sitting there. So to be able to do that, they'll have to do something to ease the chip shortage, particularly. That is something which they're working on in a very different way than some of the other OEMs. I can tell you that from what I've heard. From the vendors, from the suppliers of these chips globally. Okay. And if that works well, yes, 11,000 plus 12,000 could probably be within striking distance, at least in a year and a half or so.
Okay, all right. Prakash, request you to stay with us. We'll invite our first management on the show. Then Intellect